Hello and welcome back, YouTube. Today gonna be my own honest, independent review and talk about a couple of the more popular phone cases out there, and more specifically, mounting options with them. You get to be a hand model here for you today. So I own both these cases. I purchased both of these cases on my own. Nobody has sent to me for free, so there's no biased judgment. Somebody sent me something for free, so I'm not going to bias that one over the other. What I have is a Mous, more specifically their Intralock case for mounting, and then I have a Quadlock. This is the newer generation of Quadlock that has the magnetic ring, so it's still going to be mag safe. It's going to attach to any mag accessories. The Mous also has a magnetic ring, so it is also mag safe. It will work with all mag accessories, mounts, that kind of thing. If you've seen some other videos, you know that I'm a police officer, so case is important to me. Keep my phone safe, keep it from getting busted and broken, that kind of thing. And more recently, I'm in the traffic division and I'm riding a motor. So I'm on the Harley a good portion of the day. Harley shakes a lot of vibration, but I wanted a way to mount the phone and have it secure, so I can use it for GPS and things like that. And we do stuff outside of the city, and we go to special events and stuff like that. I want to be able to have my phone there where I can see it. So I looked into these two options, watched reviews on both. I decided with one of them first, and then after some issues, which I'll discuss as we go along here, I ended up with getting the other option. So I bought both cases and the lock system. I mount it using just the ram ball attachment right here. I have the 1-inch, I think it's a size B, they call it, ball that's mounted on the handlebar, and then attachment like this just cranks down to either of these mounts. Very simple, easy to do. You can adjust it, put it at different angles, that kind of thing. So go over the cases real quick. They're both made pretty well. Start with the Intralock. If you ever watched Mous or any of the advertisements or anything, they show, dropping these things from 2 and 3 stories high, and they make laptop cases and all that kind of stuff. Stop! Dogs are going nuts in the background trying to play right when I'm trying to make a video. So they make these cases. This teal that you see inside of here, that's their technology, their air cushion technology that's supposed to absorb impacts, that kind of thing. So it's a pretty well-made case. It feels good in the hand. The ridges here on the side give you that, that grip you can hold on to. The buttons click real nice. It fits very nice. No complaints with the case. As far as aesthetics and feel and all, it's a good case. Likewise, I would say all the same things about the Quadlock. It's sleek, it's smooth, it has a good feel to the outside. These buttons in the side have a nice feel. You can definitely get the positive, click feeling on them. The mag ring is interchangeable. If you want to change it to other colors, they sell different colors. You can just pop that out, change it to a different color. I really don't have any complaints as far as the fit and finish of either case. They both fit nicely. They both work well on the phones. The Quadlock is slightly thicker on the back than the Mous case is. And for that reason, the very inexpensive wireless charger I have sitting beside my bed does not go through this one. Now, my wife has another low-cost wireless charger on the side of her bed. It will charge through this. So it may just depend on your charger. If yours is a little bit weaker, it won't go through this case. If you have a decent one, it will go through this case. This one didn't have any issues. Any of the wireless chargers I stuck this on, it always charged. So no complaints on either case as far as the fit, finish, look, that kind of thing. Go on to the mounting. I think everybody's pretty much familiar with Quadlock. It goes on, has the little grooves there that fits in. This releases it, but once you put the case up there, it's a little bit finicky, and it's one of those things that you get used to kind of over time to make it work. Got to get it in just the right spot, and then there's that positive click. Once it clicks in there, it's not going to go anywhere. It's solid as can be. Like I said, I'm on the Harley, so I got the dampener kit with the little rubber bushings to kind of help isolate some of that Harley shake, if you will. Um, so a little bit of getting used to as far as locking it in, and it takes a little bit of practice to get the right spot, but you get used to it. The mouse, on the other hand, is different. This is magnetic, along with magnets in the case. So it kind of just, once it gets close, you just kind of push it just a little bit and it snaps in there. The two buttons on either side release the tabs, and you just break the magnetic pull to pull it off of there. This one and this one just, sorry, I'm off camera a little bit. This one and this one just kind of help line it up. These side teeth are what actually grab into the back of the case, grab into those grooves. So you just kind of get it in the right place and push, and it'll lock in there. One thing I do like better when comparing the two, as far as the mounts go, the rubber isolators on the Quadlock are stiffer. They still are absorbing. They still take the impact, but the mouse one, you see here from the side, is a lot flimsier. It does not take much force to move this at all, to the point where when it's mounted vertical on the motorcycle and I have the weight of the phone in here, it kind of sits against the bottom of the mount. It doesn't sit in the middle and kind of vibrate in this way. It sits against the bottom and it just kind of vibrates against the bottom because there's not enough tension, if you will, in this mount. So that I don't like as much. I wish it was a little stiffer like the Quadlock. I feel like it would be more effective if it was just a little bit stiffer of a shock or absorbing mechanism, whatever is in there. This is just a little bit loose. It does not take much to move this. Like I said, with the weight of the phone, it sits against the bottom of the mount like that. It doesn't sit in the middle and shake like this. It sits like this when it's vertical on the motorcycle. So that, not a huge fan of. Now, which one am I using? Currently, I'm using the Quadlock. Reason for that being, once this is hooked in, I know it's not going anywhere. I don't have to worry. I can get on the highway. I don't worry about this one. This one kind of made me nervous. You get that click when it gets in there, but sometimes I would notice I would be getting a click, but it would be one side, like that. So one side locked, one side did not. It will fall right off. So I got in the habit of pushing it, pull it, make sure it was on there for my peace of mind. And I was doing that. I had this case first until one day while working, stopped for a moment, checked something on my phone, stuck it back up there, heard the click, pulled on it, and it did not come off the mount. Okay, I'm good. I start to let out the clutch. I come out of the grass onto the road. I got, no more did I get on the road and straightening up, and this fell off of the mount. So thankfully, I was not going down the highway. I wasn't any kind of speed. I was literally just pulling out, pulled right over, picked the phone up. No worries, right? Well, no. If it will fall off there, it will fall off on the highway. Second issue was the big thing with these phones or these cases. Their advertisements have them throwing them off of buildings and all that type of stuff, and the phone is just fine. So I swing around to go pick my phone up, think no big deal, pick it up. I think I just put it in my pocket and wrote it on, not thinking about it. I got down the road, pulled my phone back up, and I look, and in this corner, and I don't know if the camera will do a very good job of showing it or not, there's a raised lip all the way around, except for the bottom edge. The bottom edge flattens out with the back of the phone. I don't know why they do that. I don't think it interferes with this at all. But this flattens out. So there's no protection at the very bottom. and the camera lenses, they stick out a little bit down here on the corners. Um, I have a 15 Pro, so I have all three cameras. I pick up the phone later on and look, and right in this corner, it's shattered. I'm like, oh no. I thought maybe it was just the camera lens. So I pulled the case off, and no, whole entire back of the phone is shattered completely. Um, Very disappointed. It really frustrated me because that's the one thing about this case I thought was going to be very protective. Um, and it didn't. It shattered the back of the phone. So had to get the whole rear of the phone replaced, which sucked in the back glass. I attempted to do it myself. I did a pretty good job. Got everything out, got the new glass in, was clamping it back up to let the glue dry, and I just tightened one of the clamps a little bit too much, and I shattered the new one that I replaced it with. So I took it to the professional and had it fixed the correct way. Um, so phone's fixed, but at that point, I was looking at other cases and other mounting systems. I knew the biggest competitor out there was Quadlock, so I figured I would give Quadlock a shot. I have been using this one ever since, and I don't have any complaints. I don't have that fear of it coming out of here. This mount is solid as can be. Unless you pull this tab and twist this thing out, it's not coming out on its own unless you break it. I mean, unless you're intentionally trying to rip it out of here and break it. It's not going to do that on its own. You have to release this and twist it. And it's not like this one where it could kind of halfway clip in, or you get, two hooks in and not the other side. This, it won't lock in. See, it'll fiddle around, but it will not lock in unless you get it in the right spot. So I don't have any more worries with this. I've been using this one ever since. I haven't really had any big falls or anything to know if it's going to protect the phone. I mean, I've dropped it here in the living room, here or there, from short little distances, but nothing major, but no more damage on the phone at all. That being said, I'll take you out. I'll show you how I have it mounted and where I have it mounted. I'll show you what it looks like on the bike. All right, back with you. Here's the setup. Here's where it's mounted and all. Up here on the bar, again, just a 1-inch ram ball. Got a longer extension. I had that shorter one inside just for demo purposes. But when I use that shorter one, the phone's down here, and I don't really have the ability to videotape out of the glass. You'll see some other videos. I put a video of the law enforcement memorial they got to participate in, and put another video up there. I forget what the other one is, but I like recording stuff because we get to do some pretty cool stuff sometimes. So it's nice to be able to record out of it. So this is how I have it now with the Quadlock. Goes in like that. You get that snap. I don't know if you can hear that on camera or not, but you get that snap when you get it in there right. It's not going anywhere. With this longer arm, I can flip my camera on and record out of the front glass if we're doing something that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. Just a ram ball. It doesn't go anywhere. The vibration dampening is there. If I hit bigger bumps or just the vibration of the motor, it kind of soaks it up in that mount without shaking the phone around too much. Took the Intralock off of there. Didn't want to use that anymore. Didn't want to chance breaking. And this is where it fell from. That shattered the whole back of the phone. It was mounted in the same exact spot. Pulled out. It fell. It kind of hit the gas tank right here, and then down to the ground. That's all it took, and it shattered the back of the phone. So, my 2 cents. Quadlock for the win. Pricing, they're very comparable. There's not a significant enough difference from one to the other. Might just depend on which website you catch the sale on, or if you buy them off of Amazon, or whatever the case may be. You might find them a little cheaper one place or the other, just depending on when you buy them, because they'll run 20% off, 15% off at different times. If you sign up for the email, they give you 15% off, or whatever the case may be. But very comparable in price, And for the money, like I said, I bought both of them. I'm sticking with the Quadlock. I trust that it's not going to fall off of there, especially at the speeds we ride and chasing people down for traffic stops and things like that. I don't feel like I'm going to have any issue with the Quadlock like it did the Interlock. I don't sweat anymore. I'm not nervous about sticking this case up here. Well, this case up here, like I was with this one. I always kind of had an uneasiness of the way it clicked in, and just not ever feeling like it was sure on there. And I don't have that feeling with the Quadlock. Once it's there, it's like set it and forget it, so to speak. I don't worry about it anymore after it's on there. Um, my 2 cents: buy the Quadlock. If you're looking for a good mount, buy the Quadlock. Thanks for watching. Till next time, love God, love each other, treat each other like you do. Thanks for watching.